Hey, what is going on, guys? Coolness here, and welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode 83, and let's get on with a shout out for today. So the shout out for this episode goes out to Waffles Better Edits, who went ahead and left a comment saying, "Not gonna lie, you're the reason I like Minecraft again. Thanks and keep up the good work. We all love your content and you're so underrated." And so Waffles, I want to thank you so much for that comment. It actually really means a ton to me. So again, thank you so much, and I want to welcome you to this world as well to the Diamond Shadow Room. Anyways, guys, as you can see, I have a map in my hotbar. That is because I will be exploring in today's episode. This is obviously for the map tower, to finish the map tower. I haven't really gotten any comments on the previous episode so far, so if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, please do. The reason I mentioned that is because I asked, what should I do for the floor of this tower? We're just gonna go to this corner, I guess, because it's already started to be explored, I guess you would say. The city coming out of view, if you will. That looks pretty cool. And at least for a while, I will be using my elytra, especially for, like, this is the biggest map you can possibly make. So I don't want to spend 10 hours on every map. And here's the village that I have my Silk Touch villagers at, so. And there is yet another village right over there, so I don't even know if I've been there before. I think I might have, but this is almost a 2,000 day old world, so it is very, very old. Something I just saw right there, guys. Like, why is it like that? Dude, that is so weird. Like, why is bro like that? Why? Bro, what? Oh, no. I should be holding a totem. Well, after all this, we have about 13% of the map complete so far. This is a good place for a castle. Wow, maybe I should do that. It's actually pretty crazy how big this snowy biome is. I mean, I guess it's different snowy biomes, like strung together as it were, but still. Hey, there's another village right over there. Here's another plains biome. I never even knew this was here. So of the big maps, I'm probably gonna do like a 4x4, and then when I do, I'm thinking I'm doing like one map of the biggest maps and then one map of the smallest maps, and having the smallest maps mainly a actual city portion. Oh, we're actually almost back to the city. Look how small the city looks on the map. I'd rather explore like smaller portions, but make sure I get the entirety of the map explored or done, then go back to the tower and be like, oh, actually I missed like 1 or 5 or whatever % of this place, because it is a bit hard to see what is going on due to the fact that it is just so small in my left hand. Also, just in case you guys are like worried about this video being super boring, I'm gonna try not to make it super boring, as well as I would just be doing maybe this one and 1 or 2 more, maybe even possibly of the smaller maps. I might go ahead and do 1 or 2 more episodes of exploring. Here's the city once again. This is actually like a really cool map, I guess. Like, I never actually thought I would get to this stage, I guess, in the city. We think of the Tower of Rock, the Tree Farm Tower, as well as obviously the map tower that were incomplete for like almost 3 months or whatever it was, which is quite a while, let's be honest. And I guess you guys can see by now what I mean by this map being very, very big. It has taken over half a stack of firework rockets so far, but you know, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Once this is all complete, it is gonna look absolutely phenomenal. And we're gonna do like maybe diamond blocks or something around the maps to make them look finished, I guess you would say. And once again, we have finished another pass, and I guess we are coming about on halfway so far. We're about 55%, I would say. I don't know if I've ever discovered this one. It looks like I haven't. Oh, mending, yay. And that being said, I think I will take the gold with me, why not? And if you guys have no idea, I really, really like the Crying Obsidian, so that's that. But if you guys are enjoying this episode so far, please drop a like. It really, really helps me out. And it serves as positive feedback for the YouTube algorithm. Also, it just lets me know that you guys like it. And speaking of which, if you guys do really, really enjoy it, please consider subscribing as well as leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you have constructive feedback, please leave that in the comment section down below as well. But yeah, I have discovered and looted that. We're just gonna skip that for now. And that's kind of true for the majority of the structures and everything nearby, like especially in this map, because it's like within 1,028 blocks is the biggest map. I don't remember. And it is looking like we are about 70% done with this map. Like, hello, goodbye. Whoa, this is a big ruined portal. No, there's no notch apple. There's a shipwreck as well, so let's go ahead and check this out. You guys, look at that crazy mountain up ahead. Guys, I just want to make mention that the song I used for the montages in the last episode is copyright. Not that I got copyright strike, but I just want to stop using music that is like copyright on my videos because there's a small chance that I may or may not somehow get monetized at some point. Now you guys see that black square in the middle of the left hand side? That is another video that I did. It is the 32 by 32 perimeter that I mined all the way down to bedrock, and that's just for scale. Like, if that thing is that small, 32 by 32, imagine how big of a place this entire map covers. And with that, here we are with the map and the map tower. So I kind of changed my mind. I think I might want this to be a 3x4 instead of a 4x4. So here's the map. This is the 32 by 32, and here's the rest of the city. And right here we can see a little tiny speck of the Cherry Grove biome, and these red dots, at least that one and this one as well, are ruined portals. If I remember correctly, this one is a 004 scaling at 1 of 1. And this one is scaling at 1 of 16 and 4 of 4. This is definitely the biggest. And so I guess with that being said, we should have like this entire thing in the floor. I think that would be really cool. Also guys, I want to show you something that I have been working on, and that is this thing. And I absolutely love this. It has been almost 7 years since I have drawn this thing up on paper, IRL. And now I am finally building it. And let's go to the house because I want to not be in the rain because it makes it laggy, first of all. Second of all, I just don't like how it looks. Actually, you know what? I always end up sleeping in that bed. So yeah, let's sleep in this bed because, you know, it's pretty cool. You can see the map tower and the Tower of Rock, as well as the tree farm tower and the blue tower from here. So here's my like reading kind of setup and painting right over here, as well as the railings for the stairs. Some beautiful lighting right over here. The 60-inch TV, as well as a beautiful bed. But anyways, yeah, so this is the balcony. The house is one of my favorite builds of the entire city. Guys, I just noticed that I can see the helicopter in the map, but with that being said, I think that's about how that goes. Anyways, it looks like I have to enlarge it at least one this way. Let's go ahead and take this map. And I did it right, look at that.
Wow.
Now I can go back out here. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and glide right over here. So it looks like this map right here needs to be explored a little bit more, and then we can go over towards this area, and then the entire city will be mapped out. And I just love how this looks. Like, look at all of these beautiful builds and all of these episodes and all that stuff represented in this one awesome map. This is a good thumbnail type of thing right here. And let's see if this one is right. No, not even close. Okay, take 2. Ta-da.
No.
And just in that short amount of time, I mapped out the entire city, and that was super easy. The same is not at all true for this map. This is going to take a very long time. I love how all of the towers look. Anyways, guys, so one thing I was going to do is maybe do something like this. Looks pretty cool in my opinion. And all of this is obviously not final, but, you know, especially the placement, I might actually move it a ways over here. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Please subscribe and slap that bell to be notified whenever I upload a brand new video. Please drop a like, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.